most women gravitate towards, including subconsciously, not the one where you're so intentional. I get it. If you're intentional, your sense of value or what you value might suddenly change, right? But in terms of watching actions, the modern woman, right, what is it that they find attractive, right? It's not that good guy. Can we be honest with that? Okay, it's not just a good guy. It might be a good guy, but it's not just being a good guy is not enough, is the point, right? So if he has money, if he's a man of a certain status, you know, then it becomes value. It's not just earning. Earning can translate to value, but at that point, it's not just earning, right? If in fact, I earning guy, I see Natu as well. If in fact a high earning, high net worth guy continues to have more and more options in women they can choose from, that unfortunately we will have to call that market value, at least. Maybe not your moral values, maybe not character, maybe that's not how you were raised, but in terms of market value, if you notice here, I do say active marketplace all the time. In an active marketplace, we have to look at who's attracting who, how many people they're attracting, how much options they have. And frankly, for me, this is where the disappointment comes in for me for Davido. I'm like, wait, Davido, out of all those options you have, that's my disappointment is not in that. It's not that he wasn't a perfect human being. Like that wasn't my. That's not my disappointment. Like this chick, okay, I'm sorry, you know. That chick is just not my cup of tea personally, you know. But I'm just speaking for me, you know. But that's what I mean. That's what I meant by high value man. So the question: can a high value man cheat? If he has all these options, let's pull in expectations. What do you want from Davido exactly? Do you realize I've done sessions? You can go back after we finish the show. Go back when Davido, everybody was celebrating. Oh yeah, he's married. He married the chick. Was he married or was it the song Assurance? One of the two. Just go back and search Man of Prestige Davido. Okay. Let me even check that myself. I think it works. If you go back and search Man of Prestige Davido on YouTube, you will see that I wasn't trying to curse the young man, but it doesn't add up for me. It's too many options. It's the biggest superstar beyond Nigeria, probably in Africa right now, right? So now you might want to say self-control, this and that, pulling all kind of psychological stuff. All of that is included, all inclusive, right? But all for me, it's also young, coming into this superstardom. It just didn't make sense that it was for me. His lifestyle does not look like he's a person that's ready for and I think he's truly in love with the idea of being that guy. I think he wants to be that guy. I don't think he's capable of being that guy. You see what I mean? I don't think he's capable of being that guy. So that's that. My disappointment in particular was like, with all the options that Davido would have, you know, I know my disappointment is a little myopic. Pardon me. I'm still gonna get to some of the screenshots here, okay? Because I think that's in fact more importantly, I really want to know what your take, how you're feeling about this whole issue, right? Let me see. I've got a few videos here on the video. Yeah, just go back and check them. Okay, I have a video here that says Wizkid, Davido, and Usher. All, yeah, this video right here is 6 months ago. Yeah, it's probably this video. Go watch it. Yeah, I actually shot this video. I was live in Canada. I was doing the live from Canada at the time. Yeah, this was November. Go check it. It has 108 views on it. I had some things to say about this. Go check it out. But anyway, let's get back to today's content. Okay, so this lady released some screenshots that I think we should talk about. Hey, Ice, good to see you, Jerry. To me, those that call themselves high value men are just high earning men with no values. Those high value men don't make noise or need validation. Yeah. So again, let's not even worry about who's calling themselves high value men. Ladies, just look at numbers. Just look around you. beyond your circle, of course. Don't just say, "Hey, my friends are not attractive." Don't say, not just that. Just look around the world, right? Especially Nigerian, Nigerians, right? And what the kind of men that have all these options, right? Those are the men that are the high value men, okay? Because you have to look at it from that standpoint. If you have to look at it objectively, once you start saying that, me and my friends, I don't argue with you on that one too. I don't disagree with you, but I'm not talking about that type of value. I'm not talking about moral values and character, right? So, but again, I would be interested in knowing, to you, what is a high value man? That's the question for you now. To you personally, what do you consider? Forget everything I just said. What do you consider a high value man? Okay. Now, that high value man that you consider a high value man, in your eyes, can that person cheat? I'm sure they can. How many passes would you give this person when they misbehave? Let's be if you can be strictly honest with yourself. How many passes, right? How many times would you let them just get a pass that you won't check them, that you wait until it gets to, like, until you're completely fed up, frustrated, before you said enough is enough, right? That person will be maybe a high value man to you, right? And you let them get away with nonsense, right? Just because you like them that much, right? Even you as a person, right? And the moment you say, no, me as a mercy, I just call nonsense, then we're already starting to enter that unrealistic expectation of yourself territory, right? And that's where the question is coming from. It's a very complicated, loaded question that I would say just think very well about it, But let me see. Everybody's dropping something. A high value man must have values and earning, not necessarily high. That's to you, right? So that man right now that has values, not necessarily earnings, right? There's a place in your life that, you just give them more grace than you will give whatever you consider low value, even you as an individual, right? So whatever you as a person consider high value, you give them more grace. You have a tendency to give them more grace than you will give, right? So look at, as a collective, look at all these people that clearly sees the video as high value, right? Not necessarily morals, right? Because now people are getting disappointed, but they gave him a pass a few times, right? And then unfortunately he lost a son, and then he gets like, Pampa, my Davido, that's my superstar. In fact, I've seen women today in the last 3-4 hours, right, attack this woman heavily because they're giving Davido a pass. You're going to see that over the next 24-40 years. I want you to start paying attention to that over the next 24 to 48 hours. Just look at how many women will literally say, leave the video alone for a second. This woman is out to get our... Hey, now you start looking at high value. So can high value men cheat? Is the question. That's what we're getting at. Chidima says, true, a lot of high network guys do have options and market value. Market, not you as a person. The market. One person does not make up a market. But overall value is subjective to some women. Yes, then we start bringing it down to individuals, right? But even at that, the same concept is applicable. How much grace are you giving to people that may be abusive to you, right? You're like, is this abuse? It's not abuse. Is it really abuse? I'll let him pass. I'll give him a little grace. You heard Ola a little bit, and Ola said, you too, your coconut head is too much. And then you already wanted to give the person a pass or grace, but then it was a little bit easier for you because you really liked that person, right? Let me get to some of this other stuff, let me see. Ejinwa, shout out to Ejinwa. All of you, shout out to all of you that came here to this late night. Ejinwa says, you can buy followers. That is how as well. Yeah, but the engagement, I have to look at the engagement. Let me look at this video, for example. You're absolutely correct. You can buy followers. If I look at this page right here, this page has how many people liked on this? tons upon tons of, okay, that's not good enough. Maybe she bought those followers actually. Yeah, usually Instagram will also catch it if you're too aggressive, but this caricature body too will get followers, because some men are just like that on the internet. They just follow anything just for the aesthetics. Keep in mind, they don't necessarily want to marry it. They will just follow, like they might like 1 or 2 out of every 10 photos. It's just another piece of pictures to look at, right? Cleavage, right? Yeah, these numbers I'm looking at, let me see. For 500,000 follows, I shouldn't be able to get to the end of this page so easily. So you might be right. You might be correct there. Davido lacks self-control because he is not answerable to anyone like his mom. That's a good point. And I think Burna Boy may be benefiting from that right now. Okay. So that's a good point, Ice. And I saw some of your points of contention in the group earlier. I know everybody he's traumatized. Traumatized by what? Who traumatized him? What do you mean? Because of his experience as a child? Okay. I'll wait for that. I want to hear more on that. Let me see. This girl wants a stable MAGA and Niger. See, you're giving him grace. So wait. You're the same one that said lack self-control, right? Okay. But you also gave a reason for that. He said this girl wants a stable MAGA. Listen, you fight not the flesh, right? There's always forces against your progress. That's something that hopefully, I would hope that Davido's father should have told him. But Davido seems like he glorifies his father a lot, but not necessarily listen to him, right? Let me see. Grow Circular Agro Services. Good to see you. It says, my concern is something is fishy. Before Davido performed in Lagos, they said Amanda, the lady in Atlanta, was pregnant with the second child for Davido, which turned out to be lies. Then this again. Well, this person is speaking herself now.
And what really kills me is this married man now.
This actual person is talking. But let's go back into. Let me share my screen with you. I have something that I actually want to share with you. Let's see here. Yeah, let's share this. Share screen window. There you go. All right. I'm going to share this with you. Okay, these are some of the screenshots from the video we just saw, but let's take our time through it and see what's going on in there. And I'll come back to the chat and then we'll chop it up and end the show. I want to end the show quickly tonight because I'm sure many of you have. If the conversation continues, we'll carry it tomorrow afternoon. How's that? 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. If the conversation continues, we'll carry it from there. Okay. So this screenshot here says, I soon clear the air. Okay. She said at 10:10 a.m. today that I will soon clear the air after I handle business and finish school for the day. I'm eat y'all up. Okay. That's a threat to Nigerians because Nigerians will troll the nonsense out of her. Like, who do you think you are? This is our high value man. Right? All right, look at the actions. Nigerians did not say high value man, but look at their actions, right? Davido is a high value man. Just look at our actions, how we're responding to it. Why is this trending tonight, right? Okay, Nigerians are not even awake yet. Never in my life have I ever needed clout. I've been popular all my life from preschool and on. Okay, let me get my sounds effect because actually she's getting on my nerves now.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always?
All right, she's starting to get on my nerves, but let's get back to it. I've been popular in my life from preschool and on. I've never had to expose nobody famous. Y'all never even heard. The Ebonics are not bad. Let's continue. Okay, y'all never even heard my business in relation to any of those kinds of categories because it's unnecessary for me. But what is now necessary for me is to speak up for myself because I won't let people throw dirt on my name, lie, or play with my integrity or name. And she says, loading. All right, let's keep going here. She's a character. She said, we met in Dubai 2017. Let's be clear, this is not no one night. Don't ever play with my name. And she's playing, I can see that she's playing Pound Cake Drake song over there, right there. All right, don't play with my name. The next one here says, off and on up until the pandemic, in which then I was in a long relationship. Yeah. So apparently she was texting one of the family members, somebody called Clocks Adeleke. I don't know what that is. I've never heard that name before. But somebody in the family of Davido. And this was the conversation. Here are some screenshots she released onto her stories. Okay. Chinye Alpha, how you there? I see Chinye is here. You don't land. You will see something about you don't land in a second. Wait. This is none of his concern. This is Clocks talking. This is none of his concern. You don't intend to keep each other. The pregnancy was a mistake and you choose to keep the baby. Your choice is respected. And she goes, thank you. And Clocks goes on to say, I will advise him to wait. Once you deliver the baby, we will do the needful and take responsibility if it's an Adeleke. And then she goes, wait on what? She goes, wait on what? Only God can advise me on my life. Wait. What the person just said wasn't that offensive. What happened? Kilagwe, kilaju. Right? Wait on what? Only God can advise me on my life. And you don't have to wish me anything. I'm in great hands. I'm blessed. Beyond measure. Okay, ma. Okay. And then Clark says, I only try to understand things from your point of W. What's power? What's point of what? It's needed. And then she puts here, this is his family, because it's a screenshot, right? This is his family. Is being spoke about for weeks now. Okay. Somebody's like, why is Ola covering this? I'm covering this because you guys will have a lot of opinions about this, and this will allow us to extract some lessons. Okay.